Hello, welcome back to Caught Above the Cut. So I'm just at Pewsham on the Wilts and Berks Canal. There's a bit going on down here. There's sort of a small work part here at the moment. Howard's down here working on the nature side down here. He's the man doing the bee route. And there's a pop-up calf and boat trips and stuff like that down here as well. So I've brought the family down and I'm just taking a quick break out to show you what's going on down here. So the waiting wall at the bottom of the top locks, so between middle and the top lock, is progressing very well. You can see the wing walls over there coming round onto the bit that was done previously, and this bit's new. So you can see the cast concrete on the top. So they do it in sections, and they do the middle bits once all the middle sections are done. You've got the you can see the cast on there, how they make it. It's literally just a timber frame of some sort. Pour the concrete in, and then you undo the bolts, knock the sides off, and you've got a section just like up there. So the wall goes all the way to the wing wall as such for the middle lock. This lock is dangerous at the moment. It needs a lot of work doing to it. It's very overgrown. I think the condition's pretty bad inside of it as well. So you can see part of the old wing wall just there. And then into the wall here. The walls here are massive, certainly compared to what they would have been. You can see block, sideway block, massive concrete base. This isn't supporting a huge amount of weight because the bank's going to be built in behind. You can see they're backfilling now. So, you know, it's not like a lock wall which is supporting loads, but it's still very well engineered. So this is part of a larger project. You've got the three locks, top lock, middle lock, and the bottom lock, which is half restored down below. There's also a carpenter's workshop. There's a dry dock being done, and there's going to be a classroom built here as well. Also at the top of the top lock, you've got the old lockkeeper's cottage, which is hopefully going to be restored, maybe for use for the trust at one day, maybe tea rooms or something like that. So where we are right now is the pound. You can see it's backfilled. You can see the bottom of the wall there, so this is going to be slightly lower. Also to go into the lock just over there and into the top of the lock over there. So this will be dug out. It'll be a lot wider than this. This is all backfill. Although there is the planted trees all down here and hedgerow. And there's going to be a lane coming down here to take you into the middle pound. So that's the pound between middle lock and bottom lock. It's a much bigger pound on here. So the old carpenter's workshop I think it was here. I'm not 100% sure on that, and I believe this was a saw pit over here. So there's the plan for a track to go all the way around the bottom. I think there's a bridge going to go across the bottom of this lock as well, just a footbridge, and a bridge across the top lock, which is going to be a proper sort of lane. The Trust have recently advertised for a position down here for someone to manage the projects down here. This is just such a lot going on. I think they filled the roles now. But they could always do some volunteers on the ground, so please do pop them a message. The links will be in the description, and you can help out on this project. So we're at the bottom of the middle lock now. You can see the waiting wall's already been built here. They've because they had to build the waiting wall at the top, they put a track in across here now. So they backfilled over the top to protect the wall and run a track in. So that's the access to it now. And then we're at the bottom of the lock. I won't go too far into this one, because as I said, this isn't the safest of locks. So I won't be going, obviously, into it. You can see the old walls here, look, coming up through there, and then across. And the lock gate would have sat in there. You can just see where that Harris fence is, a metal fence. That's sitting into the edge of the where the lock gate would have sat. And this is the old wall here, look, you can see how much thicker it is. So as I said, this pound's really big compared to the other one. So if you don't know, sorry if you've seen my videos before, you've seen other videos on canals and you know this already, but the pound is basically a store of water between locks. So it allows you to bring a boat down the lock and take water out for the lock below without emptying the canal. So lots of water here, it can take multiple locks. And stops you from draining the bed. This is a project that's been going on for quite a while now. Well, it's kind of been to this stage for a while. It was a major project for the trust. So this is an old dry dock. So you'd have floated a boat into here, put stock planks in across here, let the water out into the lock below, and then you've got the boat resting on something. You can do blacking on the bottom, do what you need to do work-wise on the boat, on dry land, and then when you want to take the boat back out, just lift the stop planks and let it float out again. So you can see they're having an oak top on this. So this is a position where the oak beams are going to be, and this is actually going to be a classroom now. So when the locks are done and there's a road down here with a bridge across, they can have a dry area to teach people about the canal. So that there is the old outlet. So that's where they'll let the water down and down through the lock, and which would have emptied this. You all know how much I like to get into a lock. This is quite cool because this is partially restored. So this wall is staying, I believe. That wall was partially rebuilt, it's getting replaced. They've not really built this side. So I always say about the sluices here. So this is where you'll open up a paddle at the top, you'll let water down through and it will fill the lock up. So the great thing about this one here is you can see the sluice here, and then here you can see just how it works. So you've got the opening there, and then that will run down the channel along the side. And these are the coping stones that have been cast on the top here. The bit across here is an overflow. So this is a bypass. So this lets any water down. It's when there's too much water in here, you'll have stop planks across here so you can drain down lower. And this will drain down to below the lock. So I'm just at the top of top lock now. So there's a bridge going across here, about here, in line with the lane across there. I think this would be the edges of the bridge, look. And then you've got the actual lock itself. You can see the old edge of the gate there. So there's the old metal ring. The gate would have sat down through into there into the bottom, and then sits back into the little opening on the lock there. So you can see the opening a bit better from up here. And then this is the top there, look. So you can see right down through there then. So it's rounded, so the gate would sit into it tight. You'd have your gate going across, and then you would spin with a large arm, as you've seen on many locks before, over that way. This is the site of the old lockkeeper's cottage. That's a cellar there, look, you can see the steps going down into it. So I think the plan is to restore, but I've got in my head that it's going to be moved away. So it's going to be like more of a new build away from this section. I might be wrong on that. So thank you for watching. Please click that like and subscribe. Click the bell button to hear about my future videos. I'll put a link in for the Wilts and Berks Canal Trust in the description down below. Do have a look at that. Join up if you can. It's a massive help for the trust when new members join. So please do have a look. Have a good day. Thank you.